Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Fxtch here, back with another daily upload, day number 129. Honestly, I thought I was on day number 130 something, but I completely lost count. Like, it's hard to keep up with these daily uploads. It's just hard, but we are in fact on day number 129. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to fix unloaded textures and your game not rendering in Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 5. Now, of course, we are going to hop straight into this, but if you guys do go ahead to enjoy this video in any way, shape, or form, the least I ask from you guys is that you drop a like for me, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. We are so close to 100k subscribers right now. It would just be insane to hit that number. So yeah, if you want to help me achieve that goal, make sure to subscribe. It's completely free, literally takes 2 seconds, and the best part is that you can always unsubscribe later down the line if you no longer enjoy my content. You know, just give me that chance. So getting straight into this, the first reason your game may not be loading textures, and I guess a fix for this as well, could just be that you quite simply just haven't tampered or optimized your PC as you maybe should have, and most importantly, just haven't optimized your graphics card via your GPU's control panel, whether that's Nvidia, AMD, or Intel. I am very aware that most of you have probably already done this, as it really just is like one of those basic things when it comes to light system optimization, and it literally is mentioned in every FPS boost video you will see on YouTube. But for those of you who have never really changed anything, this right here is an exception, and it's very much important to ensuring Fortnite is running at its very best. Now, unfortunately, I won't be showing in this video the best settings to be using on your control panel, because I want this video to be quite snappy and just straight to the point. Also, again, I am sure many of you have already done this, but for those of you who do or are just not sure whether you have the right settings, I did in fact make an entire video, I think less than 2 weeks ago, on the best Nvidia control panel settings for Fortnite. So I will make sure to link that down below in the description for you guys to give a quick watch and check out. But now moving on to the second reason, and probably the problem for most of you, it could just be all down to your rendering mode in Fortnite. Both performance mode and DirectX 12, for whatever reason, have been seen to induce the issue of unloaded textures. I'm not entirely sure why, but right now it just seems to be a big problem. I know both Booga and even a stream I watched today of Pro Player and Dretta have had this issue and are in fact using DX12. And not only that, but as I mentioned, performance mode, I actually have experiences myself and can confirm 100% that it does give the same issue. I've also had many comments on a few videos of mine I've made on the settings saying that do experience that game not rendering. And yeah, it's just a bummer. Honestly, there is not much we can do about it, and for the most part, it should be bearable. Like, at least when I've had it, it's not in any way affected my gameplay or even exactly my performance. So I've actually been able to work around it, but 100%, if it is affecting your gameplay, it's affecting your performance. I don't know whether that's making it hard for you to get a good landing at your drop spot or see weapons from a longer distance. Whatever it may be, I would highly recommend you do switch from whatever rendering mode you are using and just give DirectX 11 a try and see if that does help at all. And swiftly moving on, the next fix and reason as to why you could be getting unloaded textures could just be that you need to tamper with your actual in-game settings a little bit and up your textures. I guess this is actually more of a fix, and unfortunately, I don't think this will work if you are using performance mode, as I'm very much certain you cannot actually alter your in-game texture quality when using it. So yeah, I guess this only applies for those on DirectX 11 or DirectX 12, preferably DX11, but you don't quote me on that. Maybe you can change textures with performance mode, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, super simple stuff, nothing hard to do at all. Just simply go into your actual in-game like graphic settings and just slightly raise your textures bit by bit. So try medium, try high, and just work your way up or maybe even down accordingly to find what works best and see if anything there helps. I also do understand you may think it's weird to like higher the settings to help things, but if you think about it logically, textures not loading is actually an issue with the game not being able to grasp on the whole like rendering stage of things. Almost as self-explanatory as that may sound, it's quite literally the problem, and for whatever reason, when you actually up your textures within game, it overrides this problem and makes Fortnite, or even just your system in general, both your GPU and your CPU, just work slightly harder, giving your game that push it needs to load these textures in. Of course, I think it goes without saying, but this may have a slight impact on your FPS, anywhere from maybe 10 to 15 drop in frame rate, but nothing too crazy or predominant at all. Like, I'm sure you won't notice a frame drop unless you already have like a super bad PC and bad specs. And actually, now on the topic of system specs, this actually brings me perfectly on what should be the final fix, and I guess reason I'm going to give in this video. But yeah, it's going to be your PC hardware that could generally be the issue. It may be that your system, whether that's your processor, graphics card, or RAM, it might just be too weak and slow of hardware for Fortnite to run at its current state. You know, the game is only growing more and more demanding performance wise over time, and if you generally have a low end build, one day you're going to just have to bite that bullet and come to terms with the fact, you may just need to upgrade and swap out some parts to improve overall system performance and maintenance. I know for sure a lot of lower end Nvidia GTX cards such as 970s and 1050s do seem to get a lot of these issues with like struggling to render the game and textures sometimes. And honestly, if you have either of those cards, although outside of Fortnite they are great budget graphics cards, like don't get me wrong, they're not exactly terrible, but just for Fortnite you'll probably run into issues. So yeah, it's 100% worth looking into. And if nothing else I've mentioned in this video has helped, and you did in fact have either of those GPUs I mentioned, or just in general have a low end card and you know that, please do consider investing into a better one for sure. Oh, and honestly, I've only just thought about this right now and I actually wasn't going to mention this, so I guess this is more or less just a bonus potential fix. But for you guys that do in fact have a weaker graphics card, so on the lower end side, if you haven't got money for a new card, you can always just attempt to overclock your current card through a software such as MSI Afterburner. There is of course only so much you can squeeze performance wise out of something generally not so powerful, but one thing I do believe is that you can always get a little bit more out of your budget and low end parts. So it really may be something to consider because it could do wonders, or at least just push your hardware slightly further, helping the game render in these textures. And no, I won't be showing you how to use Afterburner in this video, I'm sorry about that. It would just be too much to cover in this video, but honestly it won't be hard for you just to do some research and maybe find a video somewhere on YouTube demonstrating both how it works and how to use the software safely, because yeah, you will want to use it safely so you don't damage any of your hardware or overclock too much, because that could be an issue. And actually thinking about it, I almost completely forgot. Actually, I'm very certain I made a full video quite a while back now on MSI Afterburner and how you can actually overclock. I think I was doing a GTX 1050 Ti, so honestly it may be worth just giving that a watch. I'll try and link that at the top of the description as well. But yeah guys, with that all being said, I'm honestly losing my voice here. I've done a lot of talking today. I just really do want to help you guys, you know, fix this issue, because I know it's really annoying when like you're getting these unloaded textures. And yeah, I thought I'll just share what I know and some fixes, and yeah, hopefully this does help. If it did help in any way, shape or form, make sure to drop a like for me, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I hope everyone has an amazing day. It's been your boy Fxtch, and yeah, peace.